We rolling?
Yeah.
Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Gabe Hogan, and today I'm here with our DJI Mavic Pro. It's something me and my brother brother Garrett just bought. The fan just turned on. Guys, we've had this for probably, what, Garrett, maybe like a month?
Probably a month or two, maybe.
Maybe like a month or two. And when we first got it, we really didn't have a review of what it could do, what it was capable of, if we really liked it or not. So now we've been using it for a while, and we're gonna fly it for y'all today so y'all can see exactly how to fly it, how easy it is, and then also we're gonna give you guys some footage from the drone itself. Okay, guys?
Alright, so we're gonna show you a little bit of the controller here. Focus on that. There you go. Alright, so you see the phone, which is showing your camera feed right now. It's looking at the concrete. And up here in the controller, you have some useful stuff like your altitude and your GPS signal, how many satellites you're connected to, which can be very important because you don't want to lose your drone. And just useful stuff like that. The controller, you got the right stick, which is like fore, aft, and
yeah, if you want to move
right,
forward, left and right.
Okay, and then the other stick over there is like your up, down, I believe, and spinning if you want to rotate the drone. Yep. And on the back, which we didn't notice for a little bit, the right side right there, that little scroll ball, is your camera tilt up and down. And see the left one, not sure what it does. There's a handy record button there though.
And this side will actually take pictures.
Yep. See the little camera. And also what we found is useful things in the settings is something to adjust is your gimbal speed. It comes set pretty fast, so we figured.
Right. And we'll show you guys how slow our gimbal is and how it actually helps here in a second. But first, I want to show you guys actually how to take off and how easy it really is. Okay? Let's do it. Alright guys, so we're on the app. You download it, it's the DJI Go app from your app store, and it's eventually going to come up to this once you get it connected. Let me explain this real quick. We're jumping the gun. I'm sorry. So before you get your app connected and all that, what it's going to require you to do, it's going to say like your GPS needs to be calibrated, and what you're going to have to do is basically like you pick the dang thing up, you hold it out straight just like so. You do a little dance, and then you start spinning it around. Okay, you can go this way, that way, tilt it, spin it like this, do a little dance with it, and then you put it back down. Okay, and what that does is it gets the GPS calibrated. Okay, guys, and then it'll say your GPS is calibrated, you're good to go. And now we can jump back into the phone and we can show you guys what we're talking about.
Go ahead.
All right, guys, so now we're back inside of the phone. And we're going to show you guys how to take off and how easy it really is, okay? So there's going to be this button. What do they even call this button, Garrett? Like the
takeoff.
The takeoff button. You just click it, then it'll say, yeah, ensure the conditions are safe, blah, blah, blah. The answer is always yes. So you just take it, you slide it, and then here we go. Yeah. So it will actually come up and hover all on its own.
So go stand in front of it, like. Alright, so you can see we have the drone there. We got our camera here. It's showing the live feed where Gabe's standing. You see how far away he is? And currently the controller is beeping at me, and it's telling me there's an object close. Now Gabe, walk closer. Beep, beep. It tells you how close it's getting. Watch out, watch out. You're danger close now, and you'll see how close he is.
I can almost touch it. Like,
yeah,
I'm almost that close.
And it's telling me that I need to get the heck up out of there because there's something close by. So that's pretty useful.
What we do here is go back.
So something else we wanted to show you guys is basically the camera settings. If you go to camera, here, let me get out of this first. You're gonna go to this little like side to side setting button, click on it, then go to camera up here at the top. Then it'll actually let you change whatever you want your video size to be, which is like 4K. You can do a higher resolution 4K, a lower resolution 4K. You can do 1080, or you can actually do 720 if you want to. Okay, and then you can see me and Garrett. That's how good the picture actually is.
And that just streams it back to your phone in 720. So you're gonna be like, oh, that image looks really good, and then you pull it up on your computer and you're like, well, now it looks even better.
Yeah, and then it'll be way better. And something else you can actually do is you can go live straight to Facebook right from this app, which is also very crazy
for the Facebook users. So I think the controller and the app are pretty user friendly. I mean, we didn't read the manual.
No.
And we're out here flying it. We never crashed it so far. So I'd consider that pretty user friendly. You got two noobs that figured it out. So.
Yeah, the only thing I will say is that if you're flying it and it gets windy or something, like it gets windy, it's above like 10, 15 miles an hour, the thing will start to struggle. Like it'll start trying to stabilize itself all the time. And what ends up happening, it runs your battery down a lot faster. So you just have to be aware of that. Let's just show them how to land it real quick. Just
okay.
Kicks and giggles.
So there's like a return to home and land button, which you can use, but I don't usually like to use it because I like to be in control. So what we usually do most of the time is bring it over to wherever you took off or a safe place to land. That's what I would do first.
Yeah, so for instance, we took off from like right over in here somewhere.
So
on the concrete.
Yeah, so you bring it over there.
And you can kind of bring it up a little bit. But...
And then you'll use the land button,
which also happens to be in the exact same spot as the takeoff button. See? Low battery warning.
Yeah. And whenever you have a low battery, it will fly itself back home, and it's kind of scary.
Now, this can either be phone low battery, or it can be drone low battery. So, here we go. Let's say land, same thing as the takeoff. All you gotta do is swipe right. It's just like Tinder. Swipe right.
You swipe right on her. When she looks good, you just swipe right on her. Simple.
What we do here is go back.
All right, so like we were saying, we've had the drone for like a month. It was something me and Garrett split and went in and bought together.
That I haven't paid him for yet. But
it's okay. But I mean, like, Garrett, what do you think about the drone? I mean, overall.
Let me go pick it up and I'll hit you.
But guys, okay, on a side note, while we're sitting here, let me tell you guys this. There was something that we really struggled with when we first got this, and we couldn't figure out how to turn the thing on. I know that might sound like stupid or far out, but okay, you guys understand that there's a power button on here, right? Let me see if I can get it to focus in here. But there's a power button right here, and most power buttons you only hit one time, and then whatever's supposed to happen happens, right? Now, Garrett, can you tell them what happened with this device?
So you just pop up connecting. So what happens is you gotta like press it twice in some sort of sequence thing, amount of seconds. I don't know. You just press it until it turns on, and then it's on. So
yeah. So you.
Oh, it's flicking out on me.
All right. So like we were saying, like Garrett was saying, you have to tap the button twice. Okay. You have to push it. Take your finger off and then push it again. It's the same for this button on the controller right here. You have to hit this one.
Same thing on here. I'm not gonna do it again because evidently the freaking propellers do a twitchy thing, and I was holding it, and it's all okay, but I'm not gonna do it again. But my favorite thing about this is, look how big it is. That's my hand. That's Gabe's jug head.
Yeah, look at how, look, it's smaller than my jug head.
Yeah, I mean, his head's pretty big, but you get the picture. And I mean, that right there, you just put it in your backpack, whatever. Obviously, you put the gimbal cover on it. See that? Gimbal cover. See, that's the gimbal uncovered. A lot of times you see the picture of it and they'll have a glass bubble on there, which I guess you could fly with it on, but we don't, because what I've seen is you always, if the sun's out, you're gonna get a big glare across your screen. It'll look like maybe a hair is like draped over your lens, and you're like, what the heck is that? And you're like, oh, I left the bubble on it. So I think the bubble's a good idea if you're transporting it, or just when you have it in storage, to keep that gimbal covered, because it's a pretty expensive piece, you know.
Right. I mean, but as far as price goes, I mean, I think we got this one for $997,
$9.99,
$9.99,
$1,000,
something like that. And if you guys are not buying one of these because like you're worried about the wait time or whatever it may be, then don't worry about that, because we ordered ours, and I think it said like 2 or 3 weeks wait time, and we got it in like 5 days. So
it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
Trying to think, batteries for these, like I think DJI Phantom batteries are like $150 or something like that. I may be wrong, but the batteries for these are only $89, so we got an extra one of those. And if you got 2 batteries, as soon as you run one out, go throw it on the charger, fly with your other one, and then by the time you're done with that, typically the other one's pretty well charged up, so go back at it.
Right. I mean, you really don't need more than 2 batteries, you wouldn't think?
Maybe 3 at most, but I mean, it's honestly, the battery lasts a good 25 minutes. I mean, if it's not real windy, like you said, if it's windy, it's gonna just suck the battery.
Right. So really the only other extras we would say is to make sure you get another battery.
Definitely get a case for it.
Yeah.
Get a case. I know there's a nice case at Best Buy, a little zip up. It's like a hard shell type thing. It's a little triangle. And I mean, it's way cheaper than I think DJI wants like $80 for a man purse. So
right. Yeah. For a man purse. And the only thing different is that DJI is selling it, right? And at Best Buy, it's actually, that case was cheaper, right?
Yeah, and I think they have now a lot of, before when we were looking for that drone, we went to Best Buy. How many times we go to Best Buy? They never had anything for it. They didn't have the drone. The Best Buy still doesn't have the drone. You'll probably still have to order it, but now they're carrying accessories. So if you do have an accident, you need a new propeller or whatever, they sell them now. So that's good.
Right.
You don't have to order them and wait.
Now, a lot of people suggest getting the extra, the like extended legs for the drone. We haven't done it. We've had no problems yet. I mean, we take off the concrete or like really short grass.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys just don't put it in like a
field,
like a cow field or something, you should be fine. I don't see why you'd need the extended legs.
Not taking off from the wheat field. I think it'll be all right, you know. But and have seen. I think they also came out with I believe it's like a cage for the propellers. I don't see a need in that either. Don't put your hands in it, I guess that's all I have to say.
Right.
And another accessory is the range extender for the controller. It's a little box that goes over it, and evidently it expands your range another half mile. I mean, it's already 4.5 miles or something like that.
Right.
I'm never even gonna get that far away with it, so I guess it'd be all right. But
what I would suggest is you guys get some type of this is something we haven't done yet, and I think we probably need to, is that if this thing ever freaks out and for some reason flies off and like crash lands somewhere where you can't see it, we probably need to have something that can track it besides what's on your phone. So like if you were to buy one of those like towel things, if you guys have ever seen those little towels, you can put on anything, your keys, your wallet, your phone, whatever, and then your phone can track them. So you could actually stick one of those tiles on top of this drone and it could track it if it ever crashed. If you guys don't know what those are, I'll make sure and link something in the description that shows you guys where you can get a tile for your drone or anything you need, right? Your phone, wallet, whatever.
Another thing they sell now, I think, is like a sun visor for your phone, because obviously if you got the drone 3 miles away, the only way you're gonna be able to fly it is off your phone right there. And if the sun's beating down and you can't see and you're like doing this number, which ain't no fun, and so that might be something that we'll look into as well.
Right.
I mean, they're coming out with more and more stuff for them, and I mean, overall, I think it's a really good package.
Mm-hmm.
That's my review.
That's our review. It's great.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. To be honest, as far as like how compact it is and how good it flies, how user-friendly it is, the price point, I think it's probably the best drone on the market right now. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I mean, there's drones with better camera quality, but price goes up, and you're not going to get that small of a package. So I mean, the camera quality is really good when you think about how small it is. I mean, it's 4K, but obviously it's not going to look like a Inspire camera, you know what I mean? And I think the people buying these understand that, and they know, hey, I'm getting a really good camera, it's a really good package altogether, and you're going to be happy with it. I mean,
right, no doubt. And you don't have to worry about, like, okay, if you have a drone, you're probably going to want to take it out somewhere and fly it somewhere that's not at your house, right? Somewhere where you can get cool shots, and maybe you don't want to lug around this big case that like the Phantom 4 or Phantom 3 or whatever comes in. I mean, that case is probably like this big, right?
Yeah, like one bear hug size.
Yeah, one bear hug size. So you take this little guy, and literally, if you have big pockets, you could stick this thing kind of like down in your pocket, right?
Definitely, if you have like a backpack, just throw it in there, and then you're out somewhere and you're like, huh, I wonder what it looks like from way up in the sky. Boom, there you go. You can't really do that with the Phantom. You'd be like turtle backpacking, you know what I mean?
Right. So, I mean, we love this drone. We've got to experience it and fly it quite a few times now, and the range is legit. We've flown it like, I would say like 1.5 miles away, and it still did fine. It's crazy that it's so far away and you can't see it and you can still control it, but the range is legit.
Yep.
Okay guys, so that's our review, the DJI Mavic Pro. We promote it, we like it, and we think it's the best drone on the market right now. Okay guys, I hope y'all got some value from this. I hope y'all enjoyed hearing from Garrett today.
That's right.
And I'll make sure and put links in the description of all the stuff we talked about today, and where you can find it at. Okay guys, I appreciate y'all. I'll be talking to y'all soon. Peace.